Hello and welcome to the next episode in our Crusader Kings 3 campaign, playing as Duke Friedrich III of Swabia and East Franconia. That's right, 2 duchies for 1 duke. I could not be happier. We have territory down here in Swabia and territory up here in East Franconia, but unfortunately our realm is slightly disunited at the moment. Our former liege, Duke Berthold II of Crane, holds ultimate overlordship of the territory between our territories in East Franconia and in Swabia. The counties of Hohenlohe, Arnsbach and Nordlingen are all vassals of Duke Berthold, which is a shame. We can't declare war on him either because we have a truce at the moment, and declaring war in breach of the truce would cause us to lose a level of fame. We'd spend prestige and we'd get general opinion -50, so not very good. But the other thing that's preventing us from declaring war is that our liege's realm laws are quite high at the moment. So unless we get a hook on our liege, we will not be able to declare war. So, we have solutions to that. The solution for the truce is to either kill Berthold or wait out the truce timer. Now, there's only 14 months left on the truce, so we can just wait that out, I think. As for our liege, what we can try and do is fabricate a hook on him, and that might work. Or we can join a faction against our liege, not the independence faction. We could try and create the liberty faction. Oh, I think I just did create it. Well, we can be in the faction. It doesn't matter if no one else joins, but, people might join. I don't think we can force anyone to join. Can potentially force Duke Heinrich of Bavaria to join. I don't know what potentially means there. Potentially I can force a lot of these characters to join, I would have thought, if I get hooks on them, but anyway. Does that mean I have a potential hook on Heinrich of Bavaria? Or is it just because he's our cousin or something we can potentially use the dynasty mechanics to force him in? I don't know. Who is the head of... He's not even of our dynasty, he's of House Nordheim. Remember the death of Benno. Who's Benno? Ben. Oh, remember when Ben died? Oh, that was... Oh, man, Ben, what a guy. What a shame when Ben died. Alright. I think we try and fabricate a hook. That's probably the easiest thing to do. Oh, 5% chance. Manage royal guards. Enemy hostile scheme success chance -40%. Yikes. Oh, we're honest, and he rules an empire. Okay. That is not good. We'll gain stress as well. I guess we can't do that. I forgot we lost the deceitful trait on meditation and became an honest man. Horrible timing on that. If only we'd stayed dishonest a little bit longer. Well, we'll just have to wait out the truce timer and hope that people join our liberty faction. So we'll just keep an eye on that. We can join Duke Conrad's hunt, but we may not arrive in time. Yes, we won't arrive in time. That's a shame. Well, maybe we will go on our... Do we want to go on our own hunt, or do we want to save up money? I think we probably want to save up money. We could bump it up to High Crown Authority. We'll get more taxes and levy contribution. I can change between all succession laws. Vassals can't wage war unless they have a hook. Vassals' titles cannot be inherited by characters outside the realm. That's always quite good. And vassals who refuse title revocation or retraction are considered criminals. And then the clan government one, but that's not relevant to us. Alright, let's pass that. Get it up to High Crown Authority. And we will be able to change the succession law, I think. Provided I don't have a powerful vassal with a negative opinion of me, but we also don't have the right traditions. or the right innovations in our culture, so can't change that, unfortunately. That's alright. That's okay. We're going for election as the head of the HRE anyway, so not a big deal. We got some decent men-at-arms now. We're making a decent amount of coin. Promote cultural acceptance. Interesting. So what are the cultures that we have? We've got Franconian and Swabian. How do I tell what the cultural acceptance is? Acceptance. 99%. Mutual acceptance between Swabian and Franconian. Quite high. So, I mean, we could try and... Oh no, but I looked into this last time, didn't I? And it wouldn't let us... it wouldn't let us try and... You cannot form a hybrid culture with one as the same heritage as yours. A heritage is a cultural pillar that represents the common ancestry of several cultures. Cultures of the same heritage generally have high acceptance of one another. Right, so... Yes, they're all of the same heritage. So all of these ones we can't form a hybrid culture with. We could with the French, or the Palabians, the Pomeranians, or the Prussians. I mean, the historical thing to do, I guess, would be to form a hybrid culture with the Prussians and create the German culture. I guess that would be a mix between Saxon and Prussian. Maybe Franconian and Prussian. Interesting, we could form a hybrid culture with the French, and then we would be Frankish, and then we could form a hybrid culture with the Saxons, go back to Central Germanic, and then form a hybrid culture with the Prussians, and we'd have this glorious Frankish, Prussian, Swabian, Saxon culture. You will discover these 3 French innovations: horseshoes, arched saddle, and hereditary rule. Not a bad idea. We could be the Rhinelanders. I don't hate that, to be honest. And we'll keep the High German language. Costs 900 prestige. That is very tempting. 3 innovations from that. And we could pick some traditions too. And we can choose our aesthetics and all that. Maybe we do that. That's a decent amount of innovations. And if we went with the Prussians, we will get no innovations. What about the Pomeranians? Or the Palabians? Okay, 3 Palabian innovations. 2 Pomeranian innovations. Battlements, communal government. Battlements, horseshoes, communal government. So they have horseshoes. These guys have horseshoes, arch saddle, and hereditary rule. Hereditary rule would be very, very nice. The Polish have 4. They've got all of them, and bailiffs as well. I think we were close to getting bailiffs though, weren't we? No, we're close to getting communal government. Okay. The Czechs have some good stuff too, and that's a unique table of princes. How many cultures can you string if you try to form like... Oh, each ruler can only form a hybrid culture once. The new culture will be unable to form a new hybrid for 50 years. Alright, so if we form Swabian, French, Rhinelander culture, we'll be unable to do that again for 50 years. I think it might be worth doing though. I don't see any other way of... Yeah, I don't see any other way of hybridizing with the Saxons and then with the Prussians, other than going through the French. We'll have a think about that. We'll have a think about that. We can ask our head of faith for claims on so many things. They need to change this. It's a bit too overpowered, I think. It's too easy to just get piety and demand claims. And they're pressed claims as well. They should be unpressed claims, for one. And I think it needs to be a much larger piety cost for kingdoms. And there need to be a lot more conditions that you have to meet. For one, you should require, like, I don't know, 70 opinion with the Pope or something for a kingdom claim. It should be quite a significant thing to do. But anyway, Kingdom of Hungary, we could potentially try and claim that. We could also try and claim Croatia and Navarra. I don't want to do any of that. I'd rather just try and expand and maybe form the Kingdom of Germany within the HRE. Or the Kingdom of Bavaria. Either of the two. Preference on Germany, though. Alright, well I guess we just have to wait and see if anyone joins our faction. And we'll just keep on keeping on, as they say. We could develop our capital, but we'll get a bunch of stress for doing that. Would be nice. We could immediately... You know what we could do is have a feast, get our stress down. Yeah, let's host a feast. So our stress is pretty high anyway, so we'll host it in our capital, Stuttgart, so we don't need to hire anyone. And let's... we need money. We need money, money, money. Okay, we can just do a basic feast. And we need a bit more money to even do a basic feast. Alright, let's just wait until our money goes up. Host a magnificent tour and pay a visit to your vassals in their land. Each stop will have a 2-month duration. Ah, there we go. We have a vote now in the HRE. We're now an elector. So that's cool. Let's actually have a look at that. So, my voting strength is 1. Because yes, we are a prince elector now that we have the Duchy of East Franconia. So, who are the electors other than us? Yes, so we're an elector. And these are a bunch of other electors. So, if we want to become the elector, we either need to get hooks on... If we want to become the Kaiser, sorry, we either need to get hooks on other electors or convince them to vote for us. So, what's the easiest way to convince them to vote for us? And who has the most votes? Well, King of Bohemia has a ton of votes, and he is voting for Duke Ottokar of Steiermark because he has the highest score. Oh no, not because he has the highest score, but he will have the highest score. So we are, so he's candidate rank is 1. Why is he voting for Ottomar of Steiermark though? I'm not sure. It doesn't really explain why someone's voting for who they're voting for. I think we vote... Let's vote for ourselves. Just to see... Ah, okay, now it tells me. Alright, so he's supporting Adalbert von Babenberg, and he's not supporting me because I'm not his child. He's supporting his child. Okay. He's supporting Duke Bertrand II. Okay. So he's actually not that far away from supporting me. And King Vratislav of Bohemia is quite close to supporting me, because I'm a prestigious man, a pious man. He likes that I'm honest. He likes that I'm diligent. He doesn't like that I'm calm. And I like him and he likes me, and we're generally just fond of one another. So let's increase, sway the King of Bohemia, because he's pretty close to supporting us. And wondering if we want to switch. Oh, we can't switch lifestyles yet. Well, we'll get we'll get one more intrigue thing, and then maybe switch to foreign affairs. But that's good that we get a vote now. I was worried for a second it bugged out and wasn't going to let us vote in the HRE, even though we took the Duchy of East Franconia. I'm glad that wasn't the case. Let's meditate in seclusion. Embarking on an inner journey through meditation is no trivial thing. Many preparations need to be made, the least of which is deciding where I shall retreat to. The secluded forests of Hammelberg. Moderately challenging place to meditate in. Let's go to the rolling hills of Helfenstein. More likely to gain theological insights at this location. And I don't think we need... We can just hire the mountaineer. It's fine. And that'll do. And off we go to meditate. What is our son getting up to? He's grown a beard. I guess it's his hope that that will make him less ugly, but that is certainly not the case. He still won't accept becoming a monk, which is a bit annoying, because I would much rather play as our son Friedrich, who is much... oh, hello, hello, hello. Werner. Come here, Werner. Come here and be disinherited. Remove Werner von Hohenstaufen from the line of succession. I could denounce him. It will give an imprisonment region, so that will cost 300 prestige and 100 dynasty renown. Eesh. And disinheriting him costs a lot as well. I could imprison him, use a hook, and it'll definitely succeed. It's an act of tyranny. It will cause me to gain dread. But I don't think, like, I have a, decent opinion of him. I'm pretty sure. Do I have a good opinion of him? It doesn't actually say. He's got a very good opinion of me. I presume I have a good opinion of him, so I don't think my character would lock him into prison, given he's my son. And he hasn't... He's hideous, but he hasn't done anything to, annoy my character. I can demand payments for hooks. Okay. Count Adalbert of Bamberg. My other son. I still believe there are some... Yep, keep finding. Keep looking for secrets. The more secrets you find, the better. The clear views from the hilltops in Helfenstein lended themselves well to pensive reflection. Meditating in isolation, I was suddenly struck with an epiphany. The presence of man in the world and how we fit into the natural order. Another piece of the universal puzzle put into place. So our learning goes up by 1. Truly, a stroll through Tech is a gift from God. The tranquility of this place is suddenly and abruptly broken by the furious grunts and clattering of armor. Hark! Get me out of this metal prison. My squire took offense at my manner, even going so far as to call me heartless, and has abandoned me. Whatever this strange man did could not have been enough to justify being stuck forever in his armor. I could of course have someone help him, but is it truly worth it? Well, he's got 15 martial, which isn't bad, but only 1 prowess. So no point recruiting him, really. I'll just take the money. You get a hook on him anyway. So you could still invite him to court and use the hook if you really wanted to. At long last, I'm finally home. Good stuff. Must be getting pretty good with this traveller trait, yeah. +2 diplomacy, +1 learning, small health boost. Not bad. Not bad, not bad. And seasoned. Interesting. I'll have to go on some more pilgrimages too, and more hunts. So much to do. Alright, let's host a feast with our newfound gold. Once we're done meditating, that is. Should be any second now. There we go. Meditation concluded. Yeah, let's host a feast. Which we can only do it once every 5 years. So, may as well. Alright, we'll just do moderate opinion gain, large prestige gain. Or is it worth saving? We don't have a huge amount of vassals, so we just go appropriate, I think. Maybe we just actually do satisfactory. Let's just do that. Rather get the prestige. And yes, we want to enjoy recreation. Feast away. We have a lovely time ahead of us. It's our wife, Duchess of Vienna. For some reason it opened. There you go, there she is. Pretty Duchess Vienna, who's now 38. Ooh, who died? Oh, my alliance expired with Gerhard, Count of Aachen. Now we successfully swayed King Vratislav. I wonder if that was sufficient to make us the, actually, we can just close that. I wonder if that was sufficient. Ooh. Yes, I will demand payment. That might have been enough. Yeah, he now supports us. So, we're now ranked number 1. But he's only got... he's got 3 vote strength. So we're still not ranked high enough. So we need to sway somebody else. Let's sway this guy. He's the next closest to supporting us. Friedrich comes of age. Oh, and he's a brilliant strategist. With his coming of age, my tuition of Friedrich is at an end. As an active and enthusiastic child, it is no surprise that Friedrich has done well in his studies of war and combat. It is impressive to see such skill in someone so young. He displays a level of insight that's rare even among veteran commanders. So he's a holy warrior. I really want to take him on a crusade. Ask him to take the vows, use a hook. He still won't accept either because he also thinks he's destined for greater things. Although devoting himself to God does tempt him. But he won't because he's ambitious. Good lad. Good lad. You are destined for greater things than that, my son. Alright. We need prestige. I'm just going to disinherit Werner. It's too tempting. This guy's too good. He's too good. Alright. What alliances? County, 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 county. Not really worth it. Alright, what about... there were some traits with 2. Better to just search. Let's look for people inside diplomatic range who are either, but who are female, who are unmarried, and who are Christian. And we'll look for geniuses. No one. What about Amazonian? I'm pretty sure I did this last time and there wasn't anyone either. Okay, what about beautiful? Okay, a few more. Philomena, Sophia, Philomena. She would be bad, but not great stats. Alright, what about intelligent? Let's try and find intelligent. Here we go, 2 traits, so you're 41. Let's sort by age. Just a bit easier to navigate. So, 10-year-old, and then it just jumps up to a 30-year-old. Alright, what about robust? 21, but you're lustful, deceitful, and vengeful. You're a very sinful person. 22, callous, zealous, and calm. Curious and content. Yeah, I mean, maybe that's not bad. Intelligent, though. Like, if we offer guardianship, won't accept. What if I convert her culture? Definitely won't accept. What about someone who's, like, quite good? Foreign court. Ah, okay. Guardians. skills does make a difference, but not enough of a difference. About high learning. No. Yeah, okay. Alright. Could just take the gamble. Hope that, or I could look for the level 1 trait. Sort by age. Let's see. 22. 27. Content, callous, arrogant. She's blind. Geez, they're all a bit older or too young, aren't they? What about comely? A comely lass. She's betrothed. Gluttonous. And what was the other one? It's Hale, isn't it? Okay, a few more that are Hale, but you're a bastard. Doesn't matter too much. No one with multiple traits, though, other than this 41-year-old. I think we just go for Waltrud Irmenberg Doctor von Lerningen. And we just arrange a marriage with our son, I think. I think that's a decent proposal. And once that wedding is accepted... Oh, I probably should have done a grand wedding. But anyway, that's alright. Once that's accepted, though, there's every chance we might be able to convince her to let us be a guardian. No. Still not. Definitely not. I need a hook on Count Due. Yeah, none of these are going to be good enough, I think. Eckhard's the closest. Anyway, that's alright. Hopefully she just gets good traits. That's all you can hope for, I suppose. Okay, let's carry on, my wayward son. Speaking of wayward sons, what do we need again to disinherit him? We need... Ooh, it's going to cost 150 dynasty renown. We would need 227 prestige. And we'll get the general opinion minus 20 of disinheritor. You know, it'd be easier to make him a commander and put him in charge of armies. Can we do that? Is he even in here? Werner, our player unanswer. Yes, let's forbid... Yeah, let's keep him safe. We'll allow Werner to be a knight. In fact, we'll force Werner to be a knight, I should say. And hope that he meets his maker in a battle. Alright. Our feast should be beginning soon. My prisoner Rudolph has died in my dungeons, you know? I feel bad. I probably just forgot about him. Should I just release him? I'll lose dread. I could release him for that, or I could recruit him. Not much point in recruiting him. I'll just leave him in prison. I don't want to lose dread. Do I have any dread? I've got 15. Like, my spy master has come to me with a discovery. He is certain that my sister-in-law, Alfonsina, is scheming against my mother, Hildegard. So she's my sister-in-law. She's my brother's wife. Alright, well... yeah, alright, let the traitor be known to all. Think you can run around in the shadows like that. The guests are gathered in the Great Hall, lords and ladies from the near and far reaches of the realm. I've been craving for an occasion like this. The mood is bright, and the spirits are high as the feast begins. Welcome, friends. Duchess Wenna got a weak hook on Count Rutger. Nice. The pleading gaze I receive from my acquaintance Stefan is taking on a desperate tone. A group of guests are approaching the corner he has hidden all evening, and the walls are hindering his escape. The poor man has never been good with people. So I can get a hook on the Prince Bishop. Which is probably worth doing. Yeah, I'll distract him. And I'll just demand payment from him. Cover off the feast costs. Oh, and I can get a... oh, right, so I do have a hook on him. I don't know how I got a hook on him. I'm second in line to inherit the HRE at the moment. I wonder if I can force someone to vote for me. Let's just go to the election. No, there was something I could do with my cousin though, wasn't there? What was it? Forced to join faction. Well, do I want to do that now that I'm probably going to become... probably not, right? I'll leave the faction, I think. Because I'll probably become the Kaiser. Provided the existing Kaiser dies. I'll just demand payment. I don't mind that it's 3 gold off the maximum. That's completely covered our feasting costs. A pleasing atmosphere. Ah, is there anything more jovial than a good feast? Guests throng to and fro, eating and chatting, while flickering torchlight plays off every wall. Light bouncing like laughter around the hall. Coordinating so many people and servants is an underappreciated task, one with no small degree of subtle difficulty to it, and it's pleasing to see it done well. Sometimes it's nice to simply sit back and enjoy the little things in life. Okay, so let's lose the stress. That's what we wanted. Now, let's, before we get another event, which it looks like we've gotten at the moment, and Mayor Rapoto becomes our friend. I'll just read this one. The high table breaks. The great table seating the upper nobility on the dais gave a loud crack, and a moment later it gave in under the weight of food and gilded decoration. As my most distinguished guests and I had to be fitted in among the lower nobility, I ended up close to my acquaintance, Mayor Rapoto. Podesta Fausto took it poorly, however, and told everyone it was a grave injustice to be seated with lords and ladies barely better than commoners. Acting quite the opposite, Duke Bernhard displayed grace and humility among his lessers. Rapoto and I ended up talking all evening and agreed it should not be the last time we feasted and laughed in each other's company. Mayor Rapoto of Kitzbühel. Fair enough. So he's my vassal or fellow vassal? I don't know. A public barony tier. Okay. What a great night. We bonded after eating, drinking, and talking during a feast. So where is he? He's in... I don't know where... Oh, well that's just showing where he is now. But where's Kitzbühel? That's what I want to know. Ah, it's down here. The city of Kitzbühel in Berchtesgaden. Oh, the Wolf's Lair. That's where Hitler had his retreat, isn't it? His Alps retreat in Berchtesgaden. Anyway, what I wanted to do is develop the capital. We'll gain 86 stress. I dream that Stuttgart will one day be the envy of every ruler under the sky. I must endeavour to be the champion who turns it into the jewel of the earth. All that is needed is for me to put in some more work. Who needs to sleep anyway? So we'll get development growth. be unavailable for 5 years, but that's alright. And we can switch our steward to increasing development, plus 4.65 growth per month. Our taxation will go down by a gold a month, which is significant, but we're earning quite a bit, so it's not so bad. It's not so bad at all, and you know, the more development the better. We're getting pretty good on control there now, so we should be earning quite a bit from Stuttgart, all said and done. Alright, what else do we want to do? I think we're alright. Let's keep going with the feast. Hopefully we get some more stress-reducing events. Hildegard and Count Otto became friends, and Prince Bishop Bansleeve approaches Wenner and me at the great table. This is a marvellous feast. All my compliments to the host. Wenner deserves all the credit. Direct vassal opinion, courtier, and guest opinion. She'll gain 15 billion to me. No, I need to gain the prestige. Sorry, Wenner. Yes, I've done a great job, haven't I? If it's anything like me and my missus as well, I do none of the cooking and all of the eating. I do help cook from time to time, but you know, my missus cooks at professional chef kind of level, whereas I'm down in you know, let's just say with the lower nobility when it comes to cooking skill. As my guests leave, they seem to depart in good spirits. I am also relieved to see that Demetrio does not depart without saying farewell. We both know we will be seeing each other again soon. What a man. Okay. For some reason I'm very fond of Demetrio. Why he was invited, I do not know. But lo and behold, there goes Demetrio. My character Friedrich was looking a little sozzled in that last frame. I lost a little bit of stress. What did I promise last night? I cannot remember what led up to it, but I do remember slapping the back of my vassal, Prince Bishop Weybrecht, telling him that I would do anything he asked of me. Now rumours abound of the oath I swore. So you can get a hook, or I can just say I was getting drunk and ramblings, and they gain opinion of me. I would have thought they'd lose opinion, but perhaps not. I don't know. Anyway, but yeah, I'm not giving you a hook, mate. It's just drunk and rambling. If I give him a hook, he'll just force himself on the council, and that'll be bad. How are we going? Still second in line. Duke Floribert of Angria. Alright, let's switch to swaying you. So we get his votes, and I think we'll be numero uno. So who's the first candidate? He's got 5, because the Kaiser and Duke Gerhard are both voting for Prince Adalbert. Alright, okay. Well, we'll give it a crack. Feast, a celebration's end. Your brother befriends Mayor Harold. Okay. Few candles survive after the last of the guests has left. I can hear a pair of servants letting out sighs of relief after the doors close. The food is still warm on the ceramic plates. Soon, word will reach every corner of the realm, and every noble worth their salt will know that my magnificence is unparalleled. With everyone headed home with bellies full of exotic delicacies, I am proud to say that the feast was a success. Nevertheless, I am still grateful that the endeavour is over for now. Okay, so we get a little bit of opinion. I get the prestige. I lose some stress. I get great banquet for 5 years, which gives development growth and popular opinion. Very nice. And trait experience in the ego reveler trait. Very good, very good. Okay. That's great. So we've got a decent bit of prestige now. Greetings, my sensible liege. In my work at the court of Kaiser Ernst, I have failed to find any secrets his courtier Azo might possess. However, the truth does not have to stop us. It would be a simple task to make sure that Azo suddenly did have secrets that he would not want to get out. Kaiser Ernst Antiquarian. No, I really do not care about that. How are we doing now? Still the same. Alright. I think we should pet Snow That'll lose some stress. It's time to take a deep breath and find my trusted four-legged companion, Snow. Some people say cats are evil and selfish, but no matter how tough life gets, I know he'll always be there for me. Indeed. I find Snow outside, strutting around the yard. As soon as he spots me, he meows and saunters over, rubbing up against my leg. I spend many minutes crouched by his side, petting him and scratching him under the chin. And when I stand back up again, I feel lighter than I have in a long time. Cool. Alright, so our stress is kind of back under control now, which is good. Very, very good. Good not to be stressed. Alright, let's go on a... we're going to go to pilgrimage, we're going to go to a hunt. Let's go on a hunt and then a pilgrimage. Aha. And we'll go on a... Actually, what's our... We've got... I think we've got more in the Venator. Yeah, let's go on a Venator hunt. And where should we hunt? Henneberg would be the best. Yeah, Henneberg would be the best. Mountains. So +3 for it being mountains and an extra point for it being not having a holding. And we don't have anywhere else that would compete. So Henneberg it is. And slight chance of danger. So we'll just hire the Mountaineer. It's no big deal. And we want to go and slay the beast. You just want a good hunt and to be the one who brings down the quarry. For this one, we'll increase success chance markedly by getting flushing gangs. Court amenities are the set standards of living in the royal court. Oh, okay. I don't have a royal court yet because I'm not a king, so that's alright. And let's take a... Oh, we're missing a bit of gold. Much more prestige. Alright, let's wait a little bit and then we'll go on a massive hunt. Our son has learned the Saxon language. Very good. I think that's all the languages he can learn. I don't think I can get him to learn any more. Which is fine. Is there anything else I could get him to do in the interim? I don't think so. Alright, well, we'll just wait till we have enough money. I can petition my liege to transfer... Ooh, transfer claim. Bestow claim title of vassal. Now that could be interesting. Yeah, but which... Wait, hang on. Do I get to select which title? Petition liege unavailable until 25th, but I haven't even petitioned him yet. Oh, what? So I didn't even do it, and it's unavailable for 10 years. That is an annoying bug. I didn't actually go ahead with it. That's odd. Maybe it... Oh, there we go. Okay, alright. Petition liege costs refunded, so you just have to wait a day. Let's do that. Travel to Kaiser Ernst... Well, actually, what does the Kaiser think of us? He likes us, so a good chance of us getting it. I can petition my liege to help me resolve the challenges I face. Sincere requests which contribute to the good of the realm are often granted. And, yeah, liege's personality, opinion, and petition type affect the chances of acceptance. So his personality is honorable planner, which means... Kaiser Ernst will act towards you and others according to his personality. So he's a builder, he wants to invest all this gold into the realm, building buildings, men-at-arms, etc. And he's an honourable planner, very rational and significantly more likely to avoid tyranny, use councillor tasks to defend themselves, and avoid the offensive war opinion. Generally much more likely to do what is objectively best for the situation they're in. Do I have an opinion? Does my character have a opinion personality? It would be cool if, even though you're the player character, the game gave you a personality. Like if you wanted to roleplay as your character's personality, it would be cool to have, you know, a personality there as a guide. But I guess that might railroad you a bit. You might want to make up your own personality for roleplay purposes. Alright, let's petition our liege. And yeah, we don't want a council seat. We want him to bestow the claimed title of a vassal, which does that also extend to transferring the vassals that the Duke of Crane holds to me. If not, we might actually even be able to declare war. That's in Forest. Okay. Alright, well let's just travel, see what happens. Failing that, we'll declare war on Duke Berthold of Crane. And we should have enough money after that to do that feast. Alright, let's go to Vienna. And petition the Kaiser. My vassal Mayor Matthias approaches me, rage in his eyes, and cat in his hand, held by the scruff of its neck. As he thrusts the cat in my face, I see that it's my dear Snow. I found this little monster among my things. What wasn't scratched to bits was covered in piss. I'm not compensating you. Too bad. He's just a cat. Deal with it. I'm escorted into Kaiser Ernst's throne room, where he beckons me to approach and address him. I deftly present the evidence of my claim to the Duchy of West Franconia, and highlight its strength over that of Prince Heinrich. After listening to the speech, he sits in silence for several moments as he mulls my petition over. Eventually, he addresses me. You make some good arguments, but if I am to agree to your request, I will need something in return. Surely you see it would benefit both of us if we come to an arrangement. Okay, so he'll get a weak hook on me. His dynasty and my dynasty will get 50 renown. I can't believe he's going to give me that duchy. So I'll have West Franconia too. Crazy. I thought I was just going to go and petition for the vassals of Duke Berthold to be transferred to me. But this is even better. So him asking for a hook will cause him to other subjects to lose opinion of him, and he'll gain some court grandeur, but I get the duchy, so I'm happy. I can try and convince him another way. It's so laggy in the courtroom here. Like, my FPS is tanked to 8. That's really shocking. I don't know what is causing that lag. I'll have to investigate it, but anyway. Yeah, let's just accept as is. I think that's a good outcome. So he gets a favor hook on me, but I don't really know what he'll use that for. And we get the Duchy of West Franconia, and we can get an available dynasty legacy. And there's a lot to choose from. What do we have? Language scholars can learn one additional language without any penalties. No, I don't quite like that line. Traditional Hohenstaufen weddings. Grand weddings are 50% cheaper. Again, 15 bonus acceptance. An increased chance to generate a temporary strong hook on lieges who like you. Okay, that's not too bad. This line. Yeah, yeah, I like the activities line. The warfare line, prowess +2, knight effectiveness +15. This dynasty member's less likely to die or get wounded in battle. Yep. That's all fairly, ordinary. Hunt and feast cost -30%. That's quite good. Mostly fair. +5 popular opinion. Title creation cost and control growth. Building construction cost. Vassal opinion and vassal councillor levy and tax contribution. Domain limit. I mean, I quite like the first one of that. 30% saving on hunts and feasts is quite good. And we've got dread gain. Okay, it's not bad. Noble veins. It's also quite good. Chance of inheriting good congenital traits +30%. Chance of new good congenital traits +30%. Also not bad, but congenital traits aren't the be-all and end-all in this game. You know, like, they're nice to have, but you don't need them to do well. Vibrant court. Better guests will be attracted. Guest recruitment -30%. That's also quite good because guest recruitment is very expensive in this update, particularly of knights with high prowess. Development growth is good. Faith creation and reformation. Yeah, not bad, not bad, not bad. Marriage acceptance plus 30 is good. I mean, you can stack that with the martial trait as well to get plus 60 marriage acceptance. So that's pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty good. The other ones I'm not so keen on, although this one's good. Assertive rulers, short reign duration, minus 20%. Which means that when you die and your son inherits, your vassals will hate him for a less amount of time. Bounteous loins, also not too bad. Some of these anyway. May create House Paragon accolades. What's this one do? Wow, monthly renown plus 15%. That's quite good. House members are somewhat less likely to get wounded or killed. Okay. No prowess lost from age. Wow, that's ridiculous. They need, that shouldn't be binary. I know it's like an end game kind of dynasty thing, but that's just stupid. Like, old people cannot fight like they can when they're young. So this should be like you lose half as much prowess from age or something. It shouldn't be like an on-off switch. And your skills increasing with age. That, you know, that's not too bad. Honestly, I think we go mostly fair. Plus 5 popular opinion. That hunt and feast cost, that's such a gold saving. Sound administration and just rule in the eyes of vassals and peasants alike. Mostly fair. I think we go with that. The Hohenstaufen dynasty is mostly fair. We have 1 legacy now. It's going to cost us 750 renown to get the next one. But we got the Duchy of... Did we get the Duchy of West Franconia? We did. Do we have any vassals, though? No. Why? They're directly held by the Kaiser. I think you'll have to transfer them to me. Perhaps. He'll probably use his hook to increase my vassal obligations. I'm sure that's what he'd use it for. It's not a big deal. I'm sure he'll transfer me some of these vassals that should be under me now as well. And what happened to Prince Heinrich and the Salian dynasty? Did we just, like, oust them from the game, effectively? Let's have a look at the title history. So, Prince Heinrich is now... He's still a prince, but he now only has the county of Klingenberg and Frankfurt. So he has been rendered low by our diplomatic maneuvering. And we can't actually go to war with Duke, or can we? No. We need a hook on our liege, which we're not going to be able to get. Yeah, so he wants to give us these vassals now. So Prince Heinrich will now be our vassal. He does not like us very much. That's alright. So ultimately we should get all of this territory here. Well, assuming we get all the stuff that Berthold is hanging on to. Yep. Great. And some of our territory is held by the Duke of Upper Lorraine as well. But we're really increasing our strength here. We now have 2.2k troops under our direct sort of levies, so that's very, very good. Gain 11 trait experience in Wanderer. We are an experienced traveller. Back home, we have dismissed Werner von Hohenstaufen from his post as regent. Why was he my regent? He should not be my regent. How do I even appoint my regent? I probably should have looked into that. It's probably... yes. Regent presumptive is Werner von Hohenstaufen. And I can change that to be... Friedrich. Yes. He's excellent. His loyalty is situational. But I'll get plus 10% stress loss. His aptitude's average, but he is selfless. And his is situational because he's ambitious. No, I'll still designate Friedrich. Oh, okay, no, it'll Cause opinion loss. Right, okay, so it's better that it's my primary heir. That's okay. That's alright. It's expensive. But you do get a lot of renown from that. Do we want to go on a hunt now? I think let's go on the hunt now. Or should we just wait until... We definitely can't go to war for all of East Franconia, nor can we go to war for all of West Franconia, unless the realm laws change, which they won't at the moment. It won't matter really once I'm the Kaiser, because I can just retract those things. So what we could do, I mean, look, we could even just bribe him with a gift, but let's just keep trying to sway him. See what happens. Alright, let's go on that hunt. And we'll go to... I think Henneberg is still the best, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, Henneberg it is. Go to Henneberg, we'll hire a mountaineer. We want to slay the beast, and we will bring everyone and sundry along with us. And look at that, wow, massive saving. It was 220 gold before, and now it's only like 152. Because I think it's like 30% saving here, and then 30% here. I don't know, but these costs are a lot lower. So it's... Anyway, it's a nice saving. That's not how percentages work. It's 30% discount, but it just seems like more. I guess, oh no, actually 212, that probably is around a third actually, now that I think about it. Anyway, whatever, it's a bit late here. Still, it's nice and cheap, so let's go on the hunt. I think we made the right call with that dynasty legacy. Always pick up some of the other ones later. But gold is always good. Off we go on our hunt. The procession has ground to a halt a stone's throw away from Hohenlohe. I look over to see my knight Wolfgar dismounted and intently staring at something on the ground. The other entourage members have gathered around him. Wolfgar looks up as I approach. My lord, there is an ant path here. I may be a tad superstitious, but you should never cross an ant path. He pauses. My great-grandmother did, and she never returned home. Well, I think that is nonsense. I'll take over as guide. And I did a good job, so I get some prestige. Very nice. Oh, I need to reform that hybrid culture as well. Actually, can we even do that? I don't know if we can. Oh no, we need at least one county. Damn. But we can pick a new, where are we? New cultural fascination. And I think, so bailiffs, that'll take 36 years. This will take 39. Hereditary rule will take 38, which will allow us to enact the partition law. Arched saddle, that'll give us heavy cavalry, which is pretty good. That's 39 years. Horseshoes, 38 years. Battlements, 38 years. Naval speed, that's not worth it at all. And this one, bailiffs, additional building slots. That'll only be 20 years. I think let's go... That's 38 years. Let's go for bailiffs. Hoping that we can maybe get the other ones through culture, reformation. I didn't even realize there was Norman culture in the north there. That's cool. But they're now all English over here, which is interesting. Making a ton of gold per month now. As we await the arrival of the rest of the guests, my servants can get started on the preparations. Let's get going with our hunt shortly. Almost at 100 control in Stuttgart, making 3 gold alone from that province, which is fantastic. And a lot. It is because we've got the Duchy of West Franconia, so got a lot more vassals now. Alright, so we've assembled the party, and there's clearly a stout boar in the area. Dangerous but worthy game. So we can seek the boar. Oh, I think we may as well. Let's seek the boar. Why not? My brother Otto is crouched down on the ground, humming cheerfully, picking narcissus. He appears to have lost all interest in the hunt. 300 learning lifestyle experience. Is that of any value to us? No. We have no learning lifestyle experience. No, let's get back on your horse. I want to slay the boar. My lord, there's the boar. My wife Duchess Wenna gestures for me to follow her into the leafy bushes. Once we are hidden in the mountain, she turns and tugs my shirt over my head. Finally, some time alone, my little firebrand. Okay, so I can get fresh air and exercise. +1 diplomacy, huge health boost for enjoying rigorous exercise during the hunt. But what about the boar? I can gain prestige and focused attention +2 stewardship for 5 years. Let's do something else. Get that health boost. My knight Lutbert is the first to spot its sharpened tusks. The powerful boar is hard to distinguish, but there's no doubt it's there, observing us through the sparse pines. It locks eyes with me, and almost as though the animal senses my intent, suddenly takes off in a flash of black fur. Okay, so we can ride after it and try to corner it with a spear, which is more perilous. Accident will be more likely to occur, but success chance will go up. We can try and ambush it. Let's ride after it. Like all game, the slippery boar has many tricks, blenches and ruses that can fool even experienced hunters. My knight Lutbert has halted the party. The wily boar has been doubling to and fro, retracing its steps and running trails to throw us off the scent. There is no agreement over which course to follow, and each moment we tarry puts us further from our prize. Lutbert quickly finds the scent. Or we can consult a local. Patience, this should be easy to solve. I think we can do it. It will either increase our success chance or will increase it greatly, so we've got better odds than Lutbert. And I quickly find it nice. So it increased it greatly, although I think it caps out at 80%. I follow the beast's tracks into the mountains as though in a trance, an almost unnatural silence hanging heavy over the world. Duke, there you are. The sudden shout startles me. Lutbert and the rest of my party have caught up. It got away this time. I will not rest until I find it. I'll gain stress each year that the beast eludes me, because it's a legendary sighting. A mythical animal has been sighted in this county, and a legendary hunt may be held. So all hunt attendees gain 10 opinion. They'll lose opinion. Or I won't waste time on it. No, it got away this time. But we'll get it next time. And I am now... I've got 10 more experience, okay. Cool. Hunts like these are a pure joy. I cannot wait for next year. Ogmund gathers the disappointed party and exhausted hounds for the trip home. The boar indeed eluded us this time. So I lose some stress, gain some prestige. Everyone gets opinion. But we didn't succeed. We did not kill the boar. But we did sight the legendary boar, so we can go back after it. As the procession rolls through the plains of Hohenlohe, I spot a peasant walking alongside the road with no shoes. His feet are bloodied and swollen. He clearly must have been walking for a long time. As I pass him, I look closely at his face. The sad, sad eyes, the grimace of pain. Perhaps I could help somehow. Yeah, alright, give him some shoes. 20 gold for shoes, that's... Pardon me, that's expensive. For 50 piety. You know what, actually, not really my issue. Courtier. No. I don't need to book on random courtiers. Okay, we are back home. Must be getting pretty good experience now. Yeah, we're getting towards level 2 of that. So, when can we go on a legendary hunt? That's what I want to know. Can't do that again for 20 months. So we could go on a pilgrimage, and then once we get back, go on the hunt. I mean, we may as well. We can't declare war on anyone, so we're limited in what we can do in that regard. And as for the election, we just need to keep swaying Duke Floribert of Angria. So, and do we have all of these? Ah, yes, that's the Duchy of Hesse. Okay, so we're not going to be given those ones. So we've got all of that. So it's really just these territories here that technically belong to us. It would be great to unite our realm and form this like massive block in the middle of the HRE. And in fact, if we did that, Kingdom of Germany, we would need 40 counties. Oof, we've only got 14. So we need quite a bit more to form that, and we need 500 gold as well. So we're a ways off that yet. I think even if we got all of the territory in our de jure duchies, it would only be like 20 counties at most, so we'd be about halfway there. So anyway, that's alright. Let's go on a pilgrimage, and when we get back we can go on either another hunt or maybe a grand tournament. But let's go on a pilgrimage for now, I think. Yeah, to a holy site. We'll go on a pious pilgrimage. And I think this time we'll go to... we can either go to Canterbury or Santiago or the Vatican. I think we'll go to Canterbury. And we'll just hire the experienced captains. And I think this time what we'll do is we'll actually go a bit of a weird route. We'll go up here and then across and then down and then to Canterbury and then back. So let's customize the route. And after Württemberg, let's go to I don't know which one. Is that supposed to be Dithmarschen? No, it's supposed to be Hussenbro. So let's go to Hussenbro, and then Hedeby, and then Halmstad, and then Konunghelle, and then we'll go to St. Johnston. Is that right? Visiting that? Yep. Okay. And then Dingari, Hexham, Carlisle, Wigton. God, there's so many forts along here. These must be all the old Roman forts or something. We'll just visit all of these places. Clifford and Hereford. I think we were already passing through that one, and Gloucester as well. And yeah, we'll go to Salisbury, of course. And then London. And then Canterbury, and then back home. So doing a little bit of a round trip there. And there are some more dangers, so we'll need to hire... I think we just hire mercenary guards. That'll deal with most of them. So, as for the travel speed, let's go on a contemplative pilgrimage. Travel speed reduced by 50%. We'll earn more piety on completion. And as for the level of pomp and ceremony, we could take every interested character at court, or we could just take some, which will earn more piety. That'll be much more piety, but we can't afford that. Let's go, let's save on, is it worth saving on? Yeah, let's just go humble again. And yeah, that looks good to me. Let's start her up. So it looks like the only spot of danger is through the hills in Frankfurt. And that's just because it's recently conquered. Do we want to stop in Paris on the way back? You know, let's do that. Let's, after we go to Canterbury, visit Paris. Why not? We'll just extend it a little bit. It's not a big deal. So that's 15 months to do the round trip. Looks good to me. Let's go. And we're a little bit in debt. Not a big deal. We can ask our head of faith for gold. He'll pay us 276 for 250 piety. Well worth it. Get us out of debt. Covers our pilgrimage costs. We'll invest some of that into Stuttgart. All the while preparing for my journey, I have had this sense of serenity and knowing that everything will be all right. I am pleased to embark on this pilgrimage to Kent in order to get even closer to God, and now more than ever I feel certain that he will watch over me on my travels. I can't wait. And yes, he's paid us. Good man. Good man. Alright, so let's also... we can't construct a new holding because we can't afford it, but let's heavy cavalry. Yeah, see, I've already built in Ravensburg, but see, can I station? Because I don't own Ravensburg anymore. So can I even station? No, you've got to directly hold it. So we'll make Stuttgart then our yes, we'll replace that. Replace the hunting grounds with stables. I ultimately want to station heavy cavalry in our capital, Stuttgart. So, replace some of those buildings. And for Ulm, I'll leave Ulm as it is. For Zollern, we'll... What else can we put in Zollern? Maybe we'll just leave Zollern as is. Almost at 100 control. And then I think Ulm would be the next one. Zollern is at 100. Gruningen is at 100. Fürstenberg's at 100. So we'll do Ulm and then Hohenberg. And then we'll go to Ravensburg. So no, that's good. That's working out well. Our realm is looking pretty good. I stir from my slumber as someone in the camp knocks over an iron pan. When I look around, it appears that two people dressed as pilgrims have been rifling through our supplies in search for valuables to steal. The smaller of the two, a harrowed child by the looks of it, sees me stirring and freezes in position, while the other thief turns to run away. This is not the life God wants for you, so I can convince the youngling, or I'll fail and lose 50 gold. Let's give it a try. The thief runs away. Yeah, well, okay, fair enough. Today, Weyrecht held a fiery sermon for all of the children of the court. They were apparently spellbound as he zealously read from the scriptures. My son Sigismund seemed to take it to heart, perhaps a little too much. He has been hounding the servants for hours since, pointing out how they can be better Catholics. A strong belief will serve you well, boy. He is zealous. Craven and zealous. Okay. Ah, we swayed Duke Floribert. Excellent. Greetings, my sensible vassal. Your wisdom and mercy are legendary. I regret to inform you that I have decided to increase your contractual obligations. Surely you understand my plight. The Holy Roman Empire is in dire need of protection, and your contribution plays a huge part. And besides, you do owe me. Yeah, alright, that's fine. I expected that. I'm glad it went to levies instead of tax. I only lost 300 levies from that. It goes around 2,200 before. I'm second in line to inherit the HRE, but I would have thought that would be first now. Because I've got 5 votes. This candidate's got 7. Bastard. So he's supporting me. But only, like, by the skin of my teeth. The next most viable one is Prince Bishop Harold of Nedersticht. And he's lazy, so he doesn't quite like me too much. He's got 1 vote to cast. I think we keep swaying Floribert just because he's only just barely supporting me. So if I can get him to support me a bit more, it'd be even better. Okay, I found the Danevirk, or I visited the Danevirk, I should say, and our county control in our capital is now done, so I'll put him in Ulm. And we've also visited the other side of the Danevirk. Pilgrimage, the scenic route. The spiritual journey has ground to a literal halt. My caravan master Eckhard is looking around, frantically searching for the way forward, and people are starting to notice. Eckhard's face shifts to a grey nuance as he turns his gaze towards me, looking for answers as to what to do next. So we can become more pious. Let us enjoy God's creation for a while longer. I'll lose stress, I'll gain piety. Lower stress gain. Delayed by 3 months. I don't get the experience there, though. The trait experience. But it is worth, I think it's worth it. Let us enjoy God's creation for a while longer. It's fine by me. We'll get quite a bit more piety per month from that. The wife of my brother, Count Ludwig, is plotting against my mother, Hildegard. Why does everyone want to kill my mum? It's horrible. The brash fiend. So my brother, and it's Aldonza. She's still going at it. I can imprison her, but I don't see the point. I wish you could just ask them to not, like... I'm not going to pardon her, but... like, everybody knows now. So you'd think you'd just give it a rest. Alright. Nothing worthwhile to do there. To make Duke Floribert of Angria more susceptible to my attempts at approaching him, I can include a compliment in my next missive to his court. I'll be sure to mention his unshakable faith in God. I'll give it a try. I don't think that's going to work, but... As I walk outside, I am greeted by the sight of my vassal Baron Sigmund crouching beside my cat Snow, tenderly petting his head. This is quite the lovely cat you have, my lord. Yeah, you're very perceptive. Oh, okay, it did work. Excellent. That's good. We're still only second in line, though, but... I mean, oh look, whatever. He's supporting us, so let's switch our sway attempt to... Or is it just better to bribe him? No, that's expensive. Let's sway him. Actually, well, it's halfway done. We'll wait till it finishes, and then we'll sway the other Prince Bishop. Faction created against me. Created the Install Dorothea of Luxembourg faction. You little munchkin. How darest thou? Yeah, I don't want to murder him, though. Does he have allies? No, so I'm not worried about it. Who's in that faction? 46%. Too weak to send an ultimatum. And Princess Dorothea wants the... Okay. No! Eckhard is dead. Well, I'll just take Milobrat then. His aptitude is excellent. My old caravan master Eckhard shed his mortal coil when he died in his sleep. It behooves me to choose someone else to lead my entourage. In fact, there are two who could easily fill Eckhard's shoes. Either my courtier Millebrat or my knight Lutbert would both serve me well in a pinch. Yeah, we'll go with Millebrat. At a fork in the road just outside Schlegelsch, a forlorn Catholic shrine marked with a cross stands amidst the grass. A niche shelters humble offerings left by travellers and locals. Surrounded by the remains of countless candles now extinguished, my fellow pilgrim Nitzo stops to pray, adding his own small token to the collection. Yeah, alright, I'll spare a little bit for that as well. 'Tis the right thing to do. Alright, so it's the capital of Denmark and the capital of Norway. And our stables are done in Württemberg. And I can unlock a martial perk, actually. So let's go for... should we go for Household Guard? +4 knights? Or Bellum Justum? We're not going to war anytime soon, so I don't see the point in that. Let's go for Household Guard. Pilgrimage, safety in numbers. As we make our way through Västergotland, we are approached by a Swabian commoner claiming to be the leader of a group of Catholic pilgrims. Good Duke, we've been on the road to Canterbury for weeks, but the roads are too dangerous and now we're short on provisions. We would be forever grateful for your support. So we could get Pilgrim Company, which I think is worthwhile. Yep, join us. And Gottfried will also join our court. You're more than welcome. More than welcome. So we should get some more knights now. We can recruit Ferdinand to our court, but he costs a bomb. Don't see the need to do that. They're too expensive to recruit those knights. But I guess once late game, you know, you're earning more money, it's not so big of a deal. Alright, we're going to change the farms and fields to blacksmiths to lean into the cavalry. And we get another 200 martial lifestyle experience. Nice. Spy Master secret uncovered. I learned of Amory Dimitri's lover secret. Alright, let's blackmail him. In my attempts to align Duke Floribert to my interests, I found an opportunity. I think I could argue that our goals are, in fact, the same. As I dictate my next letter, I try to maintain subtlety, or I emphasize those shared interests. 50 opinion, 85% chance for 50 opinion. Alright, let's give it a try. That'll lock his vote in. Oh, he sees through my efforts. Damn, I should have gone with the guaranteed 30 opinion. 85% chance though, you know, like, it was worth a shot. Yeah, let's use payment for that hook. My son Gunther has been wounded and his flesh contracted foulness and swelling. If the right kind of treatment is administered and Jesus is merciful, he should make it. The physician wants to know how my son should be treated. Yeah, just be cautious, do no more than what is necessary. Okay, we got the intrigue. Actually, was the treatment successful? I don't know. Let's go with a job done right. And let's now switch to foreign affairs focus, because that might help us get elected. Still only rank 2. So it's just this bishop we need to convince after we sway Floribert. Did we sway him? We didn't. Alright, let's just switch to the bishop because Floribert's already supporting us, so there's no point leaning into it anymore. Should have just gone for the guaranteed 30 opinion, but yeah, what can you do? Okay, our child have returned from meeting Pious. It's fine. Is that another secret? No, that's already the one. Oh, actually, but who's his lover? His lover is Adelaide Carling. Oh. Interesting. Blackmail her as well. Can she pay? No, she doesn't have enough gold. What's their dynasty prestige? There's only 30 living members left. And they are significant. The next level of splendour is famous, so they're pretty high. I'm plodding along in this lengthy procession towards Canterbury and thinking of the comforts I left behind in Stuttgart when I hear my name shouted from the rear. My friend Marcella dashes up to me and exclaims, "Duke Friedrich, what luck that we journey toward the very same holy site. Would you care for some company on this long and lonely path to Canterbury?" Hey, it's Duchess Marcella of Tuscany, who is now a lustful, vengeful, just, and wrathful ruler. A vindictive paragon. Yeah. My ear is always open to a friend, why not? Marcella and I spend the remainder of the day's journey chatting about this and that, intrigues and jests, battles and lovers, old friends and new. We are in the midst of a riveting conversation when a tired shout comes from the head of the column. "We make camp here!" Marcella looks over at me with a sly grin on her face and says, "Finally, although, how about a short detour before setting up camp? A long day's journey can make a woman thirsty." Yeah, sure, liquid refreshment sounds divine. We make our way into the packed tavern, and Marcella immediately orders us 2 cups of wine. We sit and listen to a minstrel's tale and enjoy our drinks, talking intermittently of life's woes and triumphs. By God, this is refreshing after a long day of sweating and toiling on the road. I raise my cup and shout, "A toast to my friend Marcella's health for suggesting such a fine respite after today's journey." The tavern raises their cups in celebration of my fine friend, and everyone drinks deeply. Yeah, the next round is on me, why not? That's 50% chance I'll get some Reveler XP. After perhaps a few too many rounds of spiced wine, Marcella and I inspire our fellow tavern goers to a chorus of drinking songs whilst we mark the beat upon the tables. With a crash and more splinters than I care to count, we tumble through the floor and into the wine cellar, bravely adventuring where few men have gone before. All our fellow merrymakers stare down at us from the main floor with mixed emotions of concern and schadenfreude. They are obviously looking for a report from the cellar. Spiced wine for everyone. You tap the newly unearthed casks and share your booty with the crowd. Again, life of the party. +2 diplomacy, -10% stress gain, and we might get some more Reveler experience, yeah. Let's do it. We became best friends with Duchess Marcella while on a pilgrimage together, and she gave us a kitten. We'll have another kitten. Interesting. We not so quietly make our way back to camp, praying earnestly that everyone has long since gone to bed. Coming upon our tents, we can see the fire still alight, but not a single thing is stirring. The campfire seems to have been fed directly before bed to keep the chill out of our beds. Oh, that's good. Such kind and thoughtful travelling companions we have. I don't think we got the other kitten. I think she realised we already had one and she took it back to the tavern from whence it came. A beastly omen. As we make our way down this holy road we travel, we are suddenly made to stop as a beast steps right out into the middle of our path. A mighty wolf stands between me and the Holy Land. There is something of a knowing look on the beast's face, as if the mind of a wise old man resides behind those feral eyes. He blinks and then carries on his way. Yeah, let's follow the wolf. Although I'm a bit... Okay, we lost it. Good. I'd rather have not found the wolf, because I'm a bit concerned about what a wolf can do to me. As my party passes through a small town, I notice a throng of people filling the market square. At the center, a man stands on an overturned fish cart, shouting wildly to all who will listen. "The day of judgment is nigh. Repent, repent, I say, or you shall be damned for all eternity." The worried-looking townsfolk nervously whisper to each other, fearful of the doomsayer's words. Sure, I'm glad this pilgrimage comes with an indulgence, or that man is not a priest, cast him down, or de di autumn illa et hora nemo skit. which presumably is Latin for something, but I do not know what. And I'll gain 250 prestige, piety rather, and 75 prestige, and also some experience. So we'll go with that one. So we must be getting pretty close. Not even. Just over halfway there. We visited the Hadrian's Wall. Nice. And a few different parts of Hadrian's Wall that we visited. We travelled the length of Hadrian's Wall, I think, by the looks of it. Passing through the earldom of Cumberland, we take the opportunity to visit the Church of Wigton, a Scottish centre of Catholic authority and worship. Alexander, a local minor priest, gives us a tour of the grounds and buildings. He relates the history and points out artworks produced by the local monastics who are now gathered in their midday prayers. Yep, I'll join in prayer to God. Wilbrand is one of the stranger people I have met on this journey. He seems to be a firm believer, but also expounds on the true nature of God and what it all means. At night, his tent is lit up by the candles within, and occasionally strange chanting and unusual incense flows from it. I am wholly unprepared when Wilbrand bids me to enter. No thank you, this all smells of heresy to me. He is a wise man, but I am curious. My pilgrimage will be delayed by 3 months, or I can gain piety. The bishop will get opinion of me. No, I kind of want to know. This could be interesting. Also, our marshal has finished increasing control in Ulm. So let's get him to do it in Ravensburg, because it'll get rid of, I think, the negative modifier there. Inside Wilbrand's tent, I am greeted by strong smells and an overwhelmingly hot and heavy air. It is important that we turn our gaze within ourselves, he explains, and takes a seat. I want you to close your eyes and focus, as I do. Let God flow through you. Reach for the ecstasy of divinity. Yes, I can feel my connection to the Lord. I gain the trait Wiseman, and my pilgrimage becomes more pious. Oh, okay, interesting. So, in other words, I just have a trip on some weed or something. This is so comfortable I might just fall asleep. Restful travel. I mean, the THC content of marijuana back in that time, and I don't know if the British Isles would have had marijuana, but it would not have been high. Whereas today, they've like fine-tuned that stuff like they're working on the Manhattan Project. It's crazy how concentrated it is now. Anyway. So I could debate him and gain piety or learning, but no, I think let's get the wise man trait. Why not? And I visited the Offa's Dyke. Cool. After following Wilbrand's instructions, I can see it all much more clearly. I can feel it. God, the world, it has all been coursing through my body, through my soul. When I emerge from the tent hours later, I have a new understanding of myself and of life. I was blind before, and now I see. I wonder if that gives us any extra decisions we can do. Bloomeries is constructed in Württemberg. Excellent. So that's everything I wanted to do, really. Beyond that, we just need to upgrade everything. And upgrade the castle as well, but we can't do that at the moment. So we'll just save and then upgrade all of those. Yeah, decisions. Does it give us any new decisions? Yes, it does. Hold mystical communion. Interesting. Maybe unforeseen side effects. Alright. So we've walked the length of the Offa's Dyke, and we've visited the Forest of Dean mining settlement as well. Out here late at night, I sometimes look to the stars and wonder, what is our purpose in life? Can God even see me, this far from home? What am I doing all this for? Well, it's my sacred duty, for one, which is true. Or I can lose stress and be secular, or I can just say I'm doing it because I have to. No, it's my sacred duty. You know, I did just have a revelation, and I visited Stonehenge as well. Be cool if there was some unique flavor event text for those historical sites and for visiting capitals. I'm sure they'll add that in the future. I'm a veteran traveler now. A matter of safety. I've had this nagging sensation for a while now. My pilgrimage has turned out to be more hazardous than I anticipated, or maybe I simply haven't endured enough trials to prove myself worthy of the Lord's protection just yet. I have, however, spotted a few impressive individuals in the local settlement of Middlesex who would surely improve the safety of the pilgrimage in a hands-on manner. William Fitzpeter can join my court. He's got 18 prowess. Or I can have faith in God. What is my... I want to hit rank 3 piety. But that is a good knight. And it's not bad. And I can gain divine protection for 10 years. So I'll get a lot of diplomacy from that, because my level of devotion's pretty good, right? Level 4. Yeah, no, I have faith in God. I don't need intrigue. Look at my diplomacy now. 25 diplomacy. If I don't get elected the Emperor, I'm going to be annoyed. I should be elected the Emperor. Yeah, first in line to inherit the HRE. And we just need the existing guy to die. A calm clearing. Here in the quietness of the Rochester roadside, I feel an overwhelming sense of peace and tranquility wash over me, like none I've experienced before. Just beyond a small ridge, I see a clearing off the side of the path where neither man nor beast seems to have entered in decades. I can feel God's presence here, and perhaps I ought to linger here in quiet contemplation for a while. Yep, let's do it. More piety, lose stress, all good. Now, what's gone on here? Hang on. We visited the Canterbury Basilica. Gained 200 learning lifestyle experience, 100 piety. And... okay, someone converted to Catholicism, that's good. We learned of Tomas's sodomite secret, so we can blackmail him. And... finish the Find Secrets task. County of Zollern gained military presence for 5 years, nice. And finished county control in Ravensburg. So, does that mean Ravensburg is done? No, it's not. Oh, it's always going to be... okay, so that's just... you can't get rid of that. Okay, well, we'll put you in Hohenberg then. Alright. Pilgrimage, the arrival. I am finally here, body and soul, at the great church of Canterbury. As the bishop offers me blessings, I reflect on everything that had to happen for God to bring me here. At this moment in time, I have walked the holy path. Cool. Wow, this is a very good pilgrimage. 93 score out of 100. We might even hit a perfect pilgrimage. Let's see. Okay, he refused, so I'll just expose his secret. A pilgrim puts down a votive doll before the altar, bowing her head. I see Ralph blessing her and muttering something in her ear. Holy, I manage to hear. The bishop makes a gesture. Do you also bring something to have blessed, dear Duke? Oh, something to have blessed. Yeah, I do actually, but what should I... What should I bless? I've got a few options here. Okay, so... yes, it's all the stag antler. Make it more pious. +2 monthly piety. Currently it gives prestige, stress gain, short range duration. Yeah. Let's pay 15 gold for plus 0.5% monthly prestige. Seems good. Gunther has learned the Dutch language through observation. Oh, that's cool. Somebody died. Oh, my Councillor Eric died of old age. So I need a new Chancellor. Let's assign... our vassal's actually quite good. Rutger of Würzburg. He's amazing learning skill. We'll just make him our Chancellor, though. And our stag trinket. Oh, okay, so it actually increased the prestige per month. Interesting. I thought it would add a like a +% modifier to us so that all of our prestige gain sources are increased, but that's not what it did. Okay. The markets of Canterbury are bustling with merchants, shouting in languages that I've never heard, and selling spices that I've never tasted. The guide of the pilgrim. Learn the safest routes, discover the marvels of Canterbury, one of them yells, waving a small book in my direction. So I can take that and get local expert and also get the pilgrim's guide trinket. +1 diplomacy, plus 0.2 piety. Or I can say, let me take a look. Ah, and if you take this turn, I'm sure I've seen this book before. So I'll become more pious, I'll gain local expert for 10 years, and 20% chance I increase my diplomacy by 1. Yeah, let's do that. We're now at a perfect pilgrimage. We've got 103 pilgrimage score, so well worth it. As I enter the sacred grounds, I find Nitso staring at the altar with an absent expression. Nitso, I call him. My lord, he says, unfazed. I have something to ask from you. I hope you can forgive me. This place has moved my soul and agitated my spirit in a way I thought inconceivable. God has spoken to me and his voice is clear, severe, precise. It keeps going and going and going. The only sound I can hear now. The whole world has gone quiet. If I could stay behind, I would like to devote my life to it. Yeah, alright. You're not performing any role in my court, so fine by me. I am now known for my dedication to my faith. I'm a paragon of virtue. Which means my diplomacy skill should go up a bit, I would think. Our pilgrimage is almost over, though. As our time at this sacred site draws to an end, I am ecstatic that this pilgrimage has been one of, if not the most devoted pilgrimage through all time. The Lord is smiling at me. This being my second pilgrimage, I can't help but compare it to my previous visit to Cologne in all its holiness. I am also thrilled by the notion of having visited a new holy site. Kent, it has been an honour. Gain 800 piety and determined pilgrim for 10 years. Wow. That's good. We should be a, so we're now a veteran traveller. We've maxed out that. We get +3 diplomacy, +2 learning, small health boost. We're a prolific pilgrim. Pretty much maxed it out. +3 learning. Good deal of piety, zealous, vassal opinion, etc. Good stuff. Once we get back, we'll, we visited the Kingdom of France, gained 200 diplomacy lifestyle experience. We get a perk. Oh no, my cat has run off chasing a squirrel. Pet search delay, and I gain stress. I don't want to lose him, so everyone after him. Okay, we found him. Licking his white paws from the blood of a squirrel. I can gain +1 prowess, yeah, sure. Let's get that diplomacy lifestyle perk. What should we take? Just trying to look what would be better. Forced vassalage is good, but also getting true ruler is also good, but that'll take longer. Monthly prestige per night. Fellow vassal opinion, that's also good. Let's go benevolent intent. We'll work our way towards true ruler, I think. Ah, the Prince Bishop was swayed, so that's good. So who else should we sway to keep them voting for us? I think everyone's pretty much voting for us now. We're a devout, prolific pilgrim. Yeah, everyone's pretty much happy with us. I guess we could sway Duke Gerhard of Upper Lorraine. May as well. Even Gottfried is now supporting us, so... And the time has come for you to die, Kaiser, but only a 5% chance. He's 55, so he is older than us by a decade, so there's a chance that he'll die and we'll inherit. So we're just hoping for that chance. Chivalry is alive. While travelling through Meaux, we run into some French knights. They're deeply respectful and apparently huge lovers of poetry, as they insist on reciting it at every chance they get. The code of conduct they follow has several merits, and I can't help but admire it. One of the knights, Rimbaud, is particularly impressive. I'd love to take this tradition home. Reduces the prestige cost of establishing the chivalry tradition by 1,000. Conspire against your own knights in single combat to gain modifiers. Successfully executing a romance scheme gives renown. Failing it gives stress. Rulers are more likely to start the romance scheme, and the poet and gallop traits give significant romance scheme bonuses. And you can hold jousts. And increases heavy cavalry damage. This culture has embraced chivalry and chivalric codes of conduct as a social method of regulating behavior. Martial prowess, duty, honor, and morality are prized, as is bad poetry and romantic literature. Or I could try to personally be more chivalrous. I would like to take that tradition home. So let's reduce the cost. And Siegfried also learned Dutch. Can I reform that to add chivalry, I wonder? I don't actually know what category chivalry's in. Chivalry. 3,000 prestige. Because we're not bellicose, egalitarian, or ceremonious. So can we change our ethos? We can. So currently we're communal. I don't really like. Oh, wow, it costs a lot to do that. 20,000. Wow. Wow. Okay, so cheaper to just save up the prestige. That's okay. We'll host a grand tournament. We should be able to get a bunch of prestige from that. Maybe go on a grand tour as well. Once we get home. Someone is plotting to kill Victor the Craven. And we're back at home, having undergone our holy journey. Regency is over. Excellent. Alright. Well, that was a pretty successful pilgrimage. Next pilgrimage we'll visit the Vatican, I think. And then one day we'll go to Jerusalem. I think that's all I want to do there. Oh, do we still have the legendary sighting? That is what I want to... Let's just have a look. Yes, we do. Alright. Next episode, we'll go on a legendary hunt. See you then. As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you're enjoying the content. I'll catch you in the next episode when we try and catch that legendary boar in the mountains of Henneberg in the northern parts of our realm. So, look forward to seeing you then. Hope you join me. As always, take care, have fun. Cheers.